Hi, everybody. These are our answers for our collision questions. We did this question right at the beginning of the unit. People really struggled with it, and it was understandable that people struggled with it because this question actually doesn't give you all the information you would need to solve it. And it also gives you a lot of information that you don't need to solve it. And hopefully, we can go through and figure out what is what. It actually comes out to have a pretty simple answer, but it's not surprising we struggled with it early on. So, at any rate, guys, the number one piece of information we need to know before we can solve this, the thing that's not written on here, you really need to understand Newton's third law. We did just two recent lessons on the third law. We had the longboard where people were throwing the ball off the longboard and using the force on the ball to propel themselves backwards. And then we also did the crashes and amplify where we had a whole bunch of different crashes, different going every which way. But we found out in every one of those crashes, the forces on both objects were the same. And that's the key piece of prior knowledge that this question demands that you have. We need to know that during this crash, both boxes got the same force. If you don't understand that, there's no way to do the question. Now, some of the extraneous information in this, we did a whole bunch of different activities in Amplify, and I always had you doing different kinds of things in terms of motion changes, speeding up, slowing down, changing direction, and the like. And what we found out in every case is the type of motion change never affected our numbers. So this has a motion change, and a lot of people mentioned it the first time we did it, and that's at box one, change directions. Well, the direction doesn't make any difference on this. Really doesn't matter at all. That's just extraneous information because it doesn't affect any of our numbers that we did. Another bit of extraneous information are the speeds that they're going before and after, because we found out that the final speed really didn't tell us anything. The important numbers, the only numbers on this you need are these right here. That one and that one, because that is our acceleration number or how much they changed by. And you'll notice box one changed by 6, box 7 changed by, or box 2 changed by 7. So box 2 had the greatest acceleration. Well, think and amplify. Anytime you put two objects up, if you hit both objects with the same number of clicks, meaning the same force, which Newton's third law tells us both these boxes got the same force. Well, in Amplify, if you hit two objects with the same force, the less massive one has a greater acceleration. That's all we really need to know on this one. So box 2 actually has the lighter mass. And the answer is simply because since both boxes got the same force, we know that through Newton's third law, the object that has the greatest acceleration will always be the least massive item of the two. And that is the answer to this question. Box 2, less massive, same force on each, greater acceleration. All right. And after you do this, guys, you're going to do a final unit review. And in that final unit review, the unit review is actually harder than the test you're going to take. So if you can do well on that, you're in really good shape for the test. But still, as always, do the practice test because it will be helpful and you can retake any mistakes, as you know. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody.